Hi. So today, the news today is about Nigeria, and I want to talk about petrol pains so deep, tough times await parents and students and teachers as school resume. So schools are resuming tomorrow in Nigeria, and the price of petrol, not just the price of petrol, the price of everything is so high. A lot of people cannot afford stuff. But let's read what it is today that they said. So proprietors and others divert indigenous ways to survive. What they mean is that when you actually look at things right now in Nigeria, a lot of the proprietors are like, okay, how can we sponsor our schools from other normal ways that we are doing things because prices are so high, bus fare is so high, even salary to run is so high. But let's even read anyway. As school resumes, for the 2024-2025 academic section across the nation from tomorrow. The economic and social dislocation caused by last week's hiking pump price of petrol is causing panic among schools. So normally petrol fees was very high, but now it's like way worse. Like the petrol fee have gone really high. I think the figures a year uh, from last week the petrol fee was 580 naira per liter. Nice. 855 naira per liter. That's basically about 40% hike. That's just massive. Absolutely massive. But let's continue reading. Findings from Sunday Vanguard show that some private school owners are confused on how to cope with the rise of cost of doing business, as price hike came after they have given parents what they should pay as fees for the new section, and there is a possibility of resistance by parents of any additional bills. So firstly, things are very expensive. Food is expensive, rent is expensive, transport is expensive. Now fees, definitely parents do not want to pay. It's quite normal. And all this is because of the worst government that we have. We have the worst government, Tinubu, the worst president that you have ever had. And what has happened right now, no parent will want any hike in fees. So there will be resistance, but they need to hike fees because things have gone really high. Bus fare high, food high, even running the school is high. Everything in the country is high. But let's even continue to read. On Tuesday, the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited increased petrol pump from 580 naira to 855 naira. As I said, the development triggered outrage. Well, because the development triggered outrage because in some places they are even selling petrol for 900 naira and 1,200 naira per liters. You can see that that's crazy. How many people can afford that? At this point, I think people are going to be using candle. Um, it's kind of crazy how in a country like Nigeria that produces crude oil, why is petrol not available and why is it too expensive? That's just very insane question, and I even need answers because this doesn't make any sense. Part-time appointment. As the cost of living have been on the rise, many private schools are finding it difficult to pay wages to teachers. A new trend is emerging among private school teachers. They are now opting out for part-time appointments, especially in core subject. Okay, that one is completely normal. If I'm the one, I cannot pay bills even with work that I'm doing. Some people might even look at it and be like, "What is the point of working altogether? You go from year to year, and the transport already covers your rent or your salary for the day. Doesn't make any sense." But basically, that's it on that. It's a big problem. And yeah, they even have a situation where there is a school in Agbado where they've had to just stop the bus service because people cannot afford it and it's too expensive. You cannot afford to take your child as a proprietor, take your student from their home to school because it's just too expensive. So you just stop the bus fare. And that's what is happening right now. They're just crapping it off. They have to raise prices. People can afford it, but they have to raise it. And people are not gonna pay. This a lot of the schools are gonna close down because a lot of people are not gonna go to school anymore, which is gonna be way worse for the economy. We've seen what a lot of the northerners that are not going to school, they're not that productive like a lot of the southerners. Now imagine if the southerners can't go to school. That one is a lot of chaos on its own. But basically that's it anyway. School is resuming on Monday. People can't pay bills. People can't pay school fees. We're expecting a reducing number of students. A lot of students are going to be staying at home in the next few years until the worst president in the whole world solve this issue.